JND student of class 10. Today we will start chapter 6, and today first of all we will cover second unit of this chapter, that is a poem Animals. Students, this poem is written by Walt Whitman, right? And this poem is an extract of a song of myself, right? So my dear students, let me tell you the introduction, then after I will tell you this poem stanza wise. Walt Whitman has shows the comparison between human beings and the animals in his poem. He has pointed out the evil present inside the human brain which he thinks animal don't have. That is why he thinks that animal are much better than human beings. Okay, so what is complicated here we have to understand through the stanza. Okay, now here this first stanza suggests, I think I could turn and live with animals. They are so placid and self-contained, I stand and look at them long and long. Now the meaning of placid is peaceful or calm, and meaning of content is keep up control. Here the poet says that he wants to live in the world of animals. Here we can say that the poet finds the world of animals better than that of human being. He further says that he finds animals more peaceful than humans. He says so because animals are not running after worldly things like human beings. They are calm and have no greed for worldly things of any kind of achievements. They are self-contained, means they are happy with life and never interfere in other lives. Humans have the habit of interfering the lives of others. So poet thinks that animals are better than human beings for being calm and not interfering in the matters of others. The poet further says that these are the reasons why he stands still and looks at the animals for very long time. They do not sweat and whine about their condition. They do not lie awake in the dark and weep for the sins. They do not make me sick discussing their duty to God. Not one is dissatisfied, not one is demented with the mania of owning things. So here you will write out the meaning of Winnie. Whine means cry. Whine means cry. Sins means wrongdoing, and demented means mad. Right? So here you can say one again meaning sweat means, here you can see you will write here it means sweat, its meaning is complaint here, right? So the poet says that unlike human, animals do not complain of any misery. They never cried out loud like humans do to show what they have lost. They never stay awake in the night crying in repentance for the wrongdoings. This means that animals are different from human beings because they don't show anger or grief if something wrong happens with them. He further says that animals are very truthful because they never boast of their good deeds done in the name of God. He says so because most of the human beings do this. They try to show their good deeds and religiousness to others. They do so in order to gain popularity among their fellows. So the poet thinks that animals never irritate him by doing such things just to gain some praise for their fellows. People, if people that the animals are not dissatisfying like humans, they stay happy with whatever they have. They never run behind worldly things. They never try to possess things of comfort. He says that none of them is mad behind owning the worldly things. Right? Then after not one kneels another nor to his kind that lived thousands of years ago. Not one is respectable or unhappy over the whole earth, so they show their relation to me and I accept them. They bring me tokens of myself, they evince them plainly in their position. I wonder where they get those tokens. Did I pass that way huge times ago and negligently drop them? Kneels means bow down, Meaning of evince means sow, possession means ownership of something, and token means qualities. Now the poet says that he has never seen any animal showing his devotion to anyone by bowing down in front of the person. They never do so even for their ancestors. They do not show devotion towards God like humans do. No one among them is more respectable or important as we have in human society. In human beings, rich people are generally given more importance and are treated with more respect as compared to the poor. But in society of animals, they never do so. They never give more or less importance to any other animal. Everyone in the animal world is happy. They are not like human beings who find themselves the happiest or the saddest person on the planet. Further, the poet said that animals are more honest in showing their relations with other animals. Here he wants to say that animals use other animals as their food and they never try to hide this. Whereas human beings show that they have a nice and friendly relation with others. Thou, the reality is opposite. The poet says that he accepts the fact that animals are true outwards showing their relation with other animals. Then after the meaning of negligently, you can write the carelessly. So at last the poet introspects himself and says that from where the animals got those good qualities. He further questioned himself that where his own good qualities are gone. Did he left them or had carelessly lost them somewhere? The qualities that were found in human beings in past, like innocence, kindness, truthfulness, are now seen in animals. He wonders that humans gave up these qualities and they have been passed on to the animals. So now my dear students, after the end of this lesson, I think you have cleared what is the difference between a human being and animals. The greatest human being you can see is just about the different of mindset. Animal is not having any kind of regret, any kind of compassion they is showing. They just do what is especially they have. That means they are not like double faced, as we can see a number of people in our planet, in our earth, and in our society, that they are having a different kind of mindset, but what they actually have, what they actually are, they did not even show it. So my dear students, the lesson has been finished, and after this I think you have received the morale of this. So you will prepare your notebooks as well as the lessons is being completed, and tomorrow onwards we will continue the same part up to the time whenever we will have finished approximately chapter 8 or chapter 7. Then after we will jump on next supplementary book, and whenever we will cover it approximately 60 to 70%, then we will leave and we will jump on grammar portion. So my dear students, wait for the time. Up to the time, thank you, have a nice day, and make it revise again and again. Jai Hind.